Hey guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 55 and it is finally here. I can't believe it. This last week was our first week inside of the new clinic. Technically, it was our second week because Dr. Olson was there with the rest of my staff treating patients for an entire week before I was able to make it into the new clinic. But this last week was a huge week for me. It is a week that I've been waiting for a year. Over a year, you know, and it's long overdue, to be quite honest with you. If you've been following the vlog to any degree, you know that we probably should have been moved in around May or June of 2020, and it is the middle of January of 2021. That's a long time to go without being in the place that was really that we were going to call home. And it's really just been a long, exhausting, mentally exhausting road to get to this point. Financially exhausting road to some degree, but I'm not too worried about that. I've got a long time inside of this profession. I will recoup those costs. It's just money at the end of the day. I think it was money well spent. The clinic turned out really nice so far. It's not quite finished yet, so I don't want to do our final reveal for you guys until I have everything exactly the way that I want it, you know, with our acoustic tiling and all that up and making it look just pristine the way that I wanted it to be, you know, the level of perfection that I want to achieve with it. If you guys know me to any degree, if you're one of my patients watching this right now, you know that I care a lot about the precision of everything that I'm involved with. So until I have everything as precise as I want it, which will probably be several weeks from now, 2 to 3 weeks is what I'm guessing, I don't want to do that final reveal for you guys. Hopefully, in fact, I've had multiple patients over the course of this first week, and I can't tell you how nice it is to actually be able to see patients again. It's like been 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whatever, since seeing a patient, and that's a long time. And you know, it was a great week. I cannot overstate how awesome this last week was enough. And I had multiple patients come in who've been following the vlog, and you're probably watching it right now. Multiple patients who came in and said, wow, this place like really turned out nice. And that just makes me feel good because that's what I wanted. I wanted to have a nice place that was really functional for audiology to have patients come to. And I think that's really what we have. There are a few things, you know, from a reverberation perspective, but again, those acoustic tiles is going to take care of that. But I really, you know, it's been such a long road, and you know, even before this, I mean, anytime that you accomplish something or you have a big milestone like this, it kind of makes you reflect back. And I think back to when, you know, I was in, you know, as a massage therapist going through undergraduate school. I wouldn't consider myself necessarily a successful massage therapist. At the end of the day, I was only really doing that to get me through school. But I did have a business with that I was able to sell, not for very much money. But, you know, I wouldn't have considered myself overly successful in massage therapy. And then to kind of get out of that and then coming from the military as well, you know, I was age 30 before I started grad school for audiology, and then age 34 really when I graduated from grad school and really started my practice at age almost 35. And basically just starting my career at that age. And I just think of all the stuff, you know, that I went through all of that, really rewarding. And then all the people who kind of helped me along the way. You know, I like watching podcasts, or I like listening to podcasts. And one of the podcasts I really like is How I Built That with Guy Raz. And Guy Raz interviews these different entrepreneurs, different industries or whatnot. And at the end of the interview that he does with them, after they talked about the entire journey of how much work it took and the people that they met along the way that helped them out and stuff, he always asks them, what would you attribute your success to? Would it be what percentage of luck and what percentage of hard work? And I think about that all the time. I think I work incredibly hard. I think anyone who knows me knows that I put in a lot of time into refining my craft and creating content and treating patients with the highest level of care that I know how to provide. And I think that there is a lot of hard work involved there, but I also think that there's a lot of luck. I have been blessed with amazing people in my life, whether it's my parents, whether it's my brothers, whether it's my wife, other family members of mine, my staff. I mean, it's just, there's so many people that had to contribute to everything to get to this point. Ah, man. And so I'm just like, I'm super thankful. And I think that there's just so much luck involved with all of this. But, you know, sometimes you create your own luck. And it's hard not to be thankful, whether it's for the work ethic that was instilled in me with you know, family and the military and whatnot, but then just being super lucky to have amazing people to help along the way too. So, you know, again, you have a milestone like this and it just kind of like brings all of that to the forefront. And I mean, it's hard to express how grateful I am and the journey that we've gone through together, and you guys on the channel and the vlog, which has completely changed my life in terms of my profession and my practice. And you know, I'm just really happy with where things are right now, and I could not be happier. So that being said, that's the real thing that I wanted to get, you know, expressed to you guys today. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, and this isn't something that I would normally ask, but there is an award in Central and North Phoenix area for the best of, you know, Central Phoenix, North Phoenix, right? It's, you know, it's I don't know if it's a competition. It's kind of a thing where the company that gets the most nominations goes into a final drawing of, you know, who's considered the best of their particular industry in this part of the city. And they do these things all over the place. I mean, like every city has their own like best of, you know, barbers, best of audiologists, best of whatever the case may be. And I thought that it would be nice, not just for myself, because this is kind of like a selfish ask here, but nice for my staff as well, is if you guys, if I've ever given you any amount of value on this channel up to this point, if you could do me a huge favor and go to the link that I have in the description of this video to nominate our clinic for the best of the North Phoenix area. And so I will verbally describe it to you here. Basically what you do is you go to that link, you'll go down to the health and beauty section, and you will enter into who you're nominating as Dr. Cliff Olson / Applied Hearing Solutions. And then you'll enter your email address. You hit submit on that. It takes you to another page where you have to enter your information. So your name, the city and state that you're in. I think it's your phone number if they're going to notify you if you won something by even submitting a nomination. And then you hit submit again. And that's it. And the whole goal here would be to get Applied Hearing Solutions into that nomination category to be considered one of the best clinics to go to for audiology in the North Phoenix area. And I think that that would just be an amazing thing for the clinic, to be quite honest with you. There's a lot of hard work that goes into everything that we do. My staff is on board with us trying to be the absolute best we can possibly be, never cut corners, strive for excellence in everything that we do, all for the purpose of benefiting our patients at the end of the day. And so, you know, we might stumble here and there on certain occasions, but we recognize that and we use that as a learning experience. And we're trying to get better every day. And sometimes, you know, when you get even considered for an award like that, it inspires people to do even better because they know that people are watching and paying attention. So that's the favor that I had to ask. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of great audiologists out here in the Phoenix area. Another one here, someone else you should nominate, to be quite honest with you, is Dr. Georgine Ray at Affiliated Audiology Consultants. She's a fantastic fantastic hearing care professional, audiologist who's been practicing in the Valley here for a lot of years, and she is the nicest person in the world. Every time that we meet at a conference or whatnot, we give each other a hug. Role model, absolutely, inside of our profession. So if you're there and you're nominating people already, go ahead and throw her name into it too. It'd be an honor to even be considered in the same category as Dr. Georgine Ray. So if you could do that for me, I would be very appreciative. I'd be extremely happy to, to receive a nomination and receive enough of them to be considered in the final consideration in March. And if we win, of course, I'll be making a vlog about that. So it's something that you'll hear about again. So if you could do that for me, I'd be greatly appreciative. This last week was one of the best weeks of my life, to be quite honest with you, to get into that new clinic. Rivals some of the highest points of my life up to this point. Because really, the clinic is my kid. You know, I have a dog, love my dog, have a wife, love my wife, but we don't have like a human kid, so the clinic is kind of that human kid that we have. It's like this living, breathing organism that we have to coddle and pay attention to all the time, and I love it, to be quite honest with you. But that's it for today's vlog, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you missed any of the other vlogs, there are 54 amazing vlogs that you can check out. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and let me know if you like this vlog. And as always, I'll see you next week.